Well, I'm back in action after a nasty stomach bug went through the house, and boy, it's a fun day to be back in the office. Let me start by saying that if you were waiting for a spell of warmer weather, I know some of our planters and outdoor workers were waiting for that, and if that's the case for you, then this forecast is for you. But if you're waiting for cooler weather, stay to the end. I got some good news for you. Right now, we are looking at warmer temperatures today, 83, 84 degrees for our highs, then overnight we'll be right around 58, 57, so not as cool as we have been in the overnight hours. The good news is that the humidity is still relatively low, and then we've got a cold front coming in that'll keep that lower, but humidity will be back eventually. For today, sunrise 7:33 a.m., sunset 6:51 p.m. Normal high 79 degrees. And it's funny, we've been bouncing between below normal to above normal to below normal. I don't think we've been right at normal much at all. We've kind of been going one way or the other, and it's Texas. We're used to that, right? So that's just part of how that goes. And right now, we're watching this weak front off to our west. And I say weak, I'm not even going to use the word cold at this point. I use the word cold front because it's the technical term, right? It's the term we're all used to, but there's nothing cold about this one. Dry air behind it, so yes, that will stave off the humidity for a little while, but we do have high pressure on the way, so don't expect temperatures to go down. If anything, the dry air will allow us to warm up more efficiently as this high pressure moves in, and we will have more of that warm, dry weather coming off of the southwest, the deserts of Mexico, and yeah, we're just going to be looking at warmer temperatures going forward. We'll be close to 90. In fact, we should crack 90 at least once or twice this weekend. Now, something else coming off of Mexico will be Tropical Storm Norma. I keep wanting to say Nina, but Tropical Storm Nina should be Norma. That's going to be a struggle for a while here. This should reach at least Hurricane Category 3 strength as it gets closer to Cabo San Lucas there, and then what happens next will be interesting to us. You can see that the track takes it across Mexico, at least the way it goes right now, brings it across Mexico and could bring it into West Texas by midweek next week. Now, if that continues on, that should bring at least a half-decent chance of rain midweek next week. So we could see at least some rain from this storm, and as I mentioned this morning in the forecast, yeah, we could be looking at rain being more likely from Pacific storms than Atlantic ones this season. Just kind of a weird way that happens. Now, here's what I really want to talk about. Here's what I'm excited about. I could talk about a hurricane and an incoming big storm at the same time. It's a great day to be back in the office. So here's what we're looking at. This front is in the long-term forecast. And right now, let me say this first. I have a tendency to tell people that we usually get a pretty good cool down right around Halloween. Well, it looks like that may actually come to pass once again this year. So models have this front coming in right around 10/27, so right around next Friday. And there's some disagreement in the models of what time of day that arrives, but hey, the models mostly agree that this front is coming in. I'm talking the European model, the American model, the GFS as it's known, the Canadian model. They all say this front's coming. Some of them have a little bit of disagreement on the timing, but they all say that it's moving in. And when you get that kind of model consensus this far out, that can be something. Now, that's not to say they can't start to disagree, right? Because these models, they go different ways, and sometimes it takes one or two data sets or one or two collections of data to start making them argue with each other. But for now, they agree pretty well. And it does look to bring cooler temps, a decent push of cooler air, and rain as well. Could be showers and thunderstorms. Severe weather, it's too early to say. But it does look like we have a decent storm system coming in that should bring a cold front that should bring cooler weather. So, as I fix my collar here that I just noticed is out of sorts. You got to give me a break, right? I've been pretty much out of my senses for the last few days. Here's the forecast we have in front of you. Nothing impressive on this one, but it's just outside of that forecast period that things really start to get fun. So today it's going to be windy out there. South winds at 10 to 15 miles per hour, gusting to 20, maybe 25 out there. 83 degrees, and we do, yes, have that weak front coming in, but temperatures just go up. The dry air allows us to warm up. We will have north winds, but they won't help much. 86 degrees Thursday, and then yes, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we should be right around the 90-degree mark. So Hot-tober is on the menu for this weekend. Overnight lows pretty much moving towards the low 60s there. And then we start to bring in the clouds Saturday, Sunday, Monday. As those southerly winds continue, we start to move some moisture in, but we'll also be getting clouds off of that hurricane from the southwest. And yeah, as we get into Tuesday, that's when our rain chances start. I've got just a 20% chance. Odds are this may be mostly west of us at this point, but again, the timing of that storm may change the timing of that forecast. So yeah, we have warmer temperatures here in the forecast for now, but it's just outside of that forecast range where things really start to get more interesting. So stay tuned to South Metro Weather. I'll be bringing more on that the rest of the week.